Hi everybody and welcome back to another video of our fighting game course. Today we're gonna be adding a main menu and the character select menu, so we're not gonna be messing with the player or the enemy. Well, before we do anything else, um, so we remember like the glitch from the previous video. Here's how to fix it. You just gotta add a sprite index equals sp duck. If you don't do that, then the animation control script will reset it to 0, and we don't want that to happen. Well, as you can see, I've imported some portraits for the characters, so these will be displayed in the character select menu. I have portraits for both the characters, and I cut like a 32 by 32 icons, or 64, sorry, by 64 icons for the character select menu, and make sure that they are top lefted for both the icons and the portraits. Alright, so make sure that the origin is top left. And I've added two rooms. Well, there's nothing in here except that there's like a background logo in this one, and that's pretty much it. So now let's add a group called menus, and let's make our main menu. So this is gonna be our main menu. In here we're gonna be able to select our game mode. For example, let's actually put it first in the room. Why can I drag? Oh, okay. Make sure to select the instances layer and put it in here. And oh, I've also imported a font. Make sure to import a custom font if you want to. Alright. Now in here, in this menu, we're gonna be able to choose the game mode. For example, player 1 versus computer. Maybe training. I don't know. Whatever you wanna do with your game. Anyway, in here we wanna initialize our menu. So I'm gonna create a layer, or sorry, an array called menu. We're gonna have like player 1 versus computer as the first option. We have player 1, player 1 versus player 2. We can do also training or practice, like practice tool versus the AI. We can have like config, like for changing the keys and stuff, and an exit. What else? Maybe credits. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be enough for now. Now we're gonna create some global variables for that are gonna be passed to the other object. Global vars. Well, we need global dot game type. This is gonna be a macro, so we're gonna create it in a bit. Enemy type, which is gonna be controller, I think. Computer by default, so there's that. And what else do we need? I don't think we need anything else except a current index for the menu. So this is gonna be like the current option that we're selecting. Now let's go to this step event. In here we wanna like switch our options. So I'm gonna say if keyboard check pressed, I'm gonna use the WASD keys. Okay, so ord W. Okay, we wanna go up, so current index minus minus. Let's duplicate this for the S key, so we can go down. Alright, this is gonna be plus plus. And obviously we don't want the index to be over the limit, so we're gonna clamp it. So clamp current index between 0 and array length 1D menu. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now we check for the keyboard. So if we press the punch 1 key or punch 2, so it's gonna be like J key in this case, then we wanna select this current option. So now we need to switch our current index. So we have case 0, which is versus AI. So in this case we want the global.enemy type equals actually it is by default controller AI, so we just want to go to the next room. We'll go to next. Okay, and the next room is the character select room. Okay, now in case 1 this is the versus player 2. So player 1 versus player 2. So in this case we want the global.enemy type to be controller p2. Alright, and also room go to next. Alright, now what are the next two options? We have training and config. I'm not gonna do anything with them for now because we don't have like the options we don't have an object for training, and I don't want to do the configs now because they're gonna take a lot of time and I want to do it in a separate tutorial. So let's just do the exit, which should be case 4. Okay, case 4 break, which is gonna be game end. Okay, and let's add the default case, so when we select other options we're gonna actually do something. So we're just gonna maybe go to the next room, go to next, instead of like not doing anything. Now we need to oops, this is room, go to next. Okay, now we need to display the menu, so let's add a draw GUI event, and in here, well, let's grab a variable called width, and this is gonna be room width divided by 2. Alright, and we wanna draw set font, so here you pick your font, empty main. I also wanna set the horizontal align to fastener, and maybe we reset it back when we're done. So alright, now we need to loop through every option to draw it. So for var I equals 0, I is less than array length 1D, our menu, then we wanna draw the option. So we're gonna draw text. So for dx is gonna be width. The y here is gonna be, well, we want to draw like the menu from here and go downward. So this is gonna be like 260. Yeah, 260 should be good, I think. 260 plus, oops, I'm not even typing. Okay, 260 plus let's do 32 or maybe 20 times I, and this string is gonna be menu.I. Now obviously we wanna highlight the current index, so we're gonna draw set color. Well, this is gonna be, so we're gonna check if I is equals to current index, then in this case we wanna choose like C orange or whatever highlight color you wanna use. Otherwise we're just gonna use the white or whatever color you want. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I want to reset the color here to white, draw set color, so see white, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's add another menu, and this is gonna be obj car select. Okay, and we put it in the character select room. Okay, so let's grab the character select object, put it in here. Oops, make sure to select the instances layer. Alright, and for now we're just gonna add a draw GUI event, and so we set the font and also draw set color, like see green, draw text like 100 characters select, and this is gonna be like, we need another variable called width equals width room width divided by 2, like same thing as the main menu. We need we need to set the horizontal line to fast center. Alright, and reset it back to left. Okay, so I'm gonna give the game a quick run now. Make sure that your rooms are in this order. So we have like our main menu and then character select menu. While we're here, actually, let's go to the controller, and we can do something like so. In here, remember like this code p.controller equals controller p2. We don't need to do that anymore. We're gonna replace it with enemy type, and enemy type. This variable, we're gonna get it from the main menu, which is sorry, here it is, menu. So we have enemy type equals computer by default, so this is the AI. But in the step event, if we choose the second option, P1 versus P2, then it's gonna be controller P2, and then we're gonna be able to control it. Now obviously we cannot like play the game now because we're gonna be stuck in the character select room, but at least we can see that the menu is functional, and we're just gonna have to like add an option for selecting the characters. So as you can see, I have both the icons, which are 64 by 64, and the portraits. Okay, so well, let's just wait a little bit for the game to compile. Remember, we can browse through the menu using the W and S key, and confirm our option using the J key. Alright. Oops, what's that? Controller computer? Enemy type index not set before reading it? What? Really? What's happening here? Oh, so yeah, we have like we need to set a variable for this. It's just put it to 0. It doesn't really matter for now. Yeah, so I'm gonna run the game one more time. Okay, so here's the game now. Well, obviously we need to add some height to the options, but if I press J here, I can go to the character select menu. So it is in fact working, but well, we need to maybe 32 is gonna be better. And also I don't like the orange color with the brown background, so I'm gonna go with green. Okay, let's run the game one more time and see how it looks. We also may I want this to be higher in the room, so maybe 50 should be fine. Oops. Yeah, I would say that's better. Maybe maybe I need to change the background as well. Okay, so we know that this is working, and this should get us to the next room as well, because it's the default case. Now if we press exit, then we're gonna quit the game. Okay, that's perfect. Now we just need to mess with the character select object. So we're gonna add a create event, and in here so we're gonna have a list or array for names. So here you're gonna want type the names of your characters. So this is the first character. The second one, make sure to follow the same order in the macros. So as you can see, character 0 is KO, the second one is Ash, so make sure to follow this exact order. Let's get back to the character. Where is it? Character select. So we have names, we have icons. So here you choose your icons, so KO, Is it icon? Okay, that's it. um, okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for the second character. Also portraits. Let's go with ports. Oh my god, okay. Alright, so now we're gonna have an index. So I'm gonna say like p1 index equals 0, p2 index equals 0 as well. Well, we can add one for the computer as well. Well, now now it depends on your like menu design. I'm gonna put my characters all in like one line, even though I have only 2 at the moment, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna go to the step event, and so in here I'm gonna say if keyboard check pressed, well, D, then I wanna p1 index to be increased. If I press the A key, then we want to decrease it. Okay, so this is like the index of the character that we want to play as. Also make sure to clamp this variable, so clamp p1 index 0, and like the number of your characters, so maximum should be 1, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this for every other character. Now make sure to change this later, so we don't want it to be 1 all the time. Okay, so instead what I'm gonna do, is this capital letter? Okay, let's actually change this to a constant or macro max cars. Okay, so this is gonna be max cars -1, and in our macro script we're gonna add this macro. You can do it like here. And put here your number of how many characters you have. So I have 2 for them for the moment. Okay, character select. Let's get back in here. Well, we're gonna have to do the same thing for player 2, right? So instead, this is gonna be the VK right. Okay, right, and this is gonna be P2. This is gonna be P2, and this is gonna be the left key. Now we just need to confirm our selection, right? But let's actually draw the characters first. So, well, we're just gonna have to loop through every character. So for var I equals 0, I is less than, well, we have like this macro max characters, I think. Yep, I plus plus. Now we want to draw the sprite or the icon. So the icon is going to be icons I, and sub image, well, 0 because I only have 1 index. Sub image, well, wait, what's that? Oh, sorry, the X. Well, let's go with 64 plus 64 times I, and Y is gonna be well, let's go with something like, so we're drawing this 50, let's do like 200 or maybe 150. Okay, and let's do okay, well, okay, how do we want to do that? Okay, here it is. So we want to draw a text. Here it is. So we're gonna check if I equals p1 index, then we want to draw a text. So draw text. Well, let's make sure that this is in here. Okay. So the x is gonna be 64 plus 64 times I. The y, however, is gonna be 140 for the player. And I'm gonna draw the string is gonna be p1. Let's actually do 130. Okay. Also, we wanna set the color to like draw set color, maybe blue or red. Yeah, red should be fine. And I wanna reset the color to white here. And we're gonna do the same thing for the second character. So okay, except that this is gonna be P2 and this is gonna be blue. Alright. Okay, what else? Well, we wanna draw the characters' portraits. So I'm gonna draw set color. Or sorry, what am I doing? Draw sprite. Well, the sprite is gonna be port dot p1 index. So this is obviously always gonna be p1 index 0. XY. Well, the x is gonna be 0 and y is gonna be 0. Okay. Second, we're gonna draw the sprite of, or the portrait of the enemy, and this needs to be draw sprite extended function. So same thing. So port, this is gonna be p2.index for now because we don't have like a mode for the AI is not working yet, so we're not gonna mess with it for now. 0, x is gonna be 0, 0. The image scale, however, is gonna be -1. The y scale 1. Rotation 0. Color see white or image alpha or image blend, and alpha is gonna be 1 or image alpha. But just go with 1 and see white. Should be no problem. Okay, what else? So this is just to draw the portraits on the edges. Oh, one more thing. This needs to be the x here needs to be width times 2. Yeah, definitely width times 2. Okay. Now we just need to confirm our characters, right? So gonna create p1.ready equals false, p2.ready equals false, computer ready equals false. Alright, so let's go to step event, and so we want to obviously do that if not p1 ready, then we want to do this. We want to be able to select the character, right? And if we press the J key, we want to set p1 ready to be true so that we confirm our character. What else? So we need to duplicate this for this. So it's gonna be, this needs to be p2. Now this is only gonna it's only going to work for the p1 versus player 2 mode. Okay, we're gonna have to do some tweaks for the AI to work. So this is gonna be numpad 0, I think, or 1, numpad 1. Then p2.ready equals true. Okay. now we just need to set a timer to go to the next room. Okay, so let's create an alarm 0. Alarm 0, room go to next. And in here, we're gonna say if p1.ready and p2.ready. So if both characters have are ready, then if alarm 0 is less than 0, then alarm 0 equals room speed times 2. Okay. And just to make sure, or just for a quick effect, we're gonna say if p1.ready and p2.ready. Let's show text in the middle of the room, like width. Okay, so maybe 100. Yeah. Get ready. Alright, okay. So that's pretty much it, really. Now, as I said, this is only going to work for the P1 versus player 2 mode. We're gonna have to come back here when we add the AI, and yeah. Alright, so this is the character select menu. I'm gonna select our. This is the only option that's going to work. Okay, so what's oh my god, what's happening here? Okay, okay. First of all, let me well, first let me make sure that this is top lefted. Oh, well, it's not. Okay. Well, top left. Same thing for this. Okay, okay. I think I found the problem. Also, character select. This needs to be P2 index, P1 index. Oh, I think we're good. I think. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let's give it one more run. All right. So I'm gonna select this. There's something wrong here. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Okay, what's happening here? Well, I can't control the player 2. Okay, so it looks like I was clamping the P2 index with the player 1 index, so make sure to change that. Same thing with the computer index. Also, I think we need to, well, this needs to be like 180. I think 180 is gonna be better, because so the player 120 plus 64 is gonna be like 180, maybe 190. Yeah, 190 for the player 2. Also, maybe we need to draw this. You know, I'm thinking about yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do that. Well, okay, so I've changed these, like the X offset to 128. Also, well, I decided to like reduce the X scale of the portraits because they're kind of too big. So I've chose 1.5 or sorry 0.5 for the X and Y X scale for both the portraits. Let's see how it looks for now. Okay, P1. Yeah, I would say that's better. Kind of better. Well, even though it doesn't have any effect now, but yeah. So now we need to add some variables here. So we're gonna have to do global.p1car equals car, just a default character. ko global.p2car equals car ko as well. And well, obviously we need to do this for the AI as well, but so we need to do it here. So when we log in, we need to set global.p2car to p2 index, right? Same thing for this. So this is gonna be global.p1 character equals p1 index. All right. Finally, we I think there is something wrong in here with the text, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think there is something wrong here. I don't know what it is, but because this is 64 by 64. This is 64 by 64. Doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the controller, and we need to change these to global.p1car and this to global.p2car. And well, for the character select, I think we need to increase this a little bit to well, let's do plus 32. Yeah, because the icons are like top lefted as the origin, so this should be like in their center, I think. Anyway, let's give the game a final run and see if we can pick characters. Alright, so P1 versus player 2. Okay, so this is player 1. Alright, I'm gonna choose Ash. Okay, now I press J and I can't change my character. However, I can still change this character, P2. And I'm gonna switch them. This time the player 2 should be KO and the player 1 should be Ash. Now I'm gonna press 1 to confirm my choice. Now I'm gonna get ready, and again, here it is. So if you remember from the previous videos, the player 1 was KO, the second character was Ash. Now to make sure that everything's working fine, I'm gonna select the same character for both of the players and see if it's gonna work. Alright, now I'm gonna select Ash for player 1, same thing for player 2. And yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Hi everybody, this is Riyad, well, from the future. Well, I did some tweaks to the menu, and here's how it looks now. Um, so I drew like the portraits behind the character icons. I'm also drawing here a black rectangle behind every character icon, so it looks better. And well, it still works the same. So well, here's the code that if you wanna copy it. Well, I also changed the background because the brown background wasn't like looking pretty with our setup. But here's the code. Well, I moved this code to the top. Also changed the Y to 300. This is for the black rectangle. Make sure to change this to 300 for the icons Y position. Well, this is the same thing, except you want to decrease 30 from 300 here and add 60 to 300 in here. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is like a quick recording that I did just to show you like the final result. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. So that was all for today, guys. This video is kind of a little bit long, but I think we did pretty good. So we have like our menu and character select menu as well. So yeah, we can also like do so when we pick the same character, maybe we want to use a different palette for the second player. For example, if we pick Ash, then maybe we want the second character to be blue instead of red, so we can like use shaders to change their colors and stuff like that. But that was it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.